Hello, everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday. Sunday, I tell you, Self-Care Edition. Self-Care Sunday. How are you tonight? What are you grateful for? Yeah, you and you. That's what I want to know. I want to know what you're grateful for this Sunday. What is happening in your world? What are you grateful for this Sunday? Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? Happy Self-Care Sunday. I hope you had I hope all is well in the world. It was a beautiful sunny day in New England. Beautiful sunny day. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you spent some time with Sarah today. That is awesome to do that. I love that. I do. I think I'm sorry the week's a long time, but I am thankful that you got to. I am grateful that you got to do it on this spend self-care Sunday. Not in the store, not on your yard, but see Sarah. That is great. That is truly wonderful. That is wonderful news. Really is. I spent too much of self-care Sunday. I ran some errands today. Like I'm gonna go and run some errands, and then I'm like, I have quick things to do at the desk. Then I'm going to sit outside with a newspaper. It was a gorgeous day and everything, and I never made it outside. My phone was ringing and everything else was happening, but I never made it outside. We are broadcasting tonight on Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, you can hop right on over to show comments. She does indeed. So, yeah, I never got a chance to get outside, but that is grilled dinner. So we did dogs out there tonight. It was such a gorgeous night. And we even had some of those burgers with the fancy stuff in it. When I was at the market, I went burgers and dogs today, and I was like, the package of burgers in the meat section was per pound than the fancy stuff at the market. Like that's okay, I'll cook that. All good. We're supposed to have the nice weather this week, although I think towards the end of the week we get a little bit of rain, and then cooler temps next weekend. I'll be in shorts next weekend, maybe. But things overall are, stores, people were shopping on. Hey, there's the traveling lady. Julie Jankowitz is with us. Amazing pictures of the you did. Rebecca's like, I want to go to Vegas. Rebecca's like, I need to go to Vegas. This and then I want a Vegas like Julie. Except for the hiking and stuff. The show, eat, Rebecca was right there with you. Through the Red Rock. The Red Rocks are beautiful. I've been out there for a convention that was in the that had the hotel in the Red Rocks, and which was enjoyable. But yeah, Vegas is always hot. You can be our guide. You can be her guide. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. It is Vegas. Vegas is a place. We actually rented for our honeymoon. We rented a houseboat on Lake Mead. We rented a houseboat, and then we spent a couple days in Vegas afterwards, and really get up the town. I got dressed in my tux when we did up Vegas like we were high rollers. We did Vegas like we were high rollers when we were there for our honeymoon. for the little bit of it that we were a couple days in Vegas, but the rest of it, we had this houseboat in the middle of Lake Mead out there, which was just wonderful. Just wonderful. It was a nice time. It was. Well, I am so glad you got to see Jeremy at Marquee. That was a bright spot as well. You just had a good time. That is awesome. I'm so glad you got away. So glad you were disconnected from your store. I'm glad you were disconnected. So that is great, everybody. Tonight, we're starting in the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we start this program every night. Tonight is no different. Tonight, we're on page 180 if you're following along. Good morning. Subways may be slow. Traffic may crawl to a halt. Still, you're on your way. You're not defined by the speed of your surroundings. Your mind is racing. You're on your way, damn it. Some of the best part of Vegas, and I haven't been there, it's been years since I've been there, but is just people watching. I mean, the variety of people you see on a trip to Vegas is just amazing. Just amazing. I have a friend who used to, go out there for trade shows a lot, and they had him marked as a high roller. And, they would always upgrade him to the fanciest suites and all this stuff. Like he was the biggest high roller in the place. And he had learned a trick many years ago because he didn't gamble a dime. I mean, he would not drop a quarter in a slot machine. He wouldn't drop a dime. He ate really well. He loved to eat. He could tell you he would eat. He would eat very, very, very well. But he did not gamble a dime. But they had him marked as a high roller, and he would always, get the fanciest hotel rooms and all this stuff. And it was because every time he went, he would the first thing he did when he got there was he would cash a check at the desk. He would check in and he would cash a check. He's like, I need to get cash a check, and he would cash a check for 10 or 20 grand. And he would spend money eating. Don't get me wrong. He would spend a lot of money eating, but not one penny of that went into the casino. Most of it went back with him, and he put it and got deposited right back into the bank when he got back. But that was his trick when he'd go out there for trade shows. And the hotel always had him marked as, he's good. He's good for 10 grand and stuff. They always had him marked. So Vegas is an interesting city. It's an interesting city. It is Self-Care Sunday, folks. Self-Care Sunday. Why do we call it Self-Care Sunday? Because that's the day that you set aside every week to take care of you and do something for you and take time for you and disconnect from work for you to disconnect. It is so important to take time every week to disconnect. It is incredibly important. And I know not everybody can do it on Sunday. I didn't do it this Sunday. But then you take a day Tuesday, you take a day Thursday, you take half a day Wednesday, half a day Friday. But take that time. Here we are, night 551, the start of week 79 and 80, the start of week 70 and 80 of this. Okay, this is a marathon. It's not even a marathon, it's beyond marathon. Okay, this is the Iron Man of running a business. This is the Iron Man of running a business, and you need to take time to rest, to unplug and recharge each and every week, and that's what Self-Care Sunday is all about. So we have been doing this since the beginning. Okay, 551 nights ago, 79, 80 weeks ago. You take that time each and every week. Okay, and sometimes you can even do a day Sunday. We had some dance parties, and then you guys all realized that I don't have the moves like Jagger, or maybe I do, and that's why you don't. I don't have the voice like Jagger, but I might have the moves like Jagger. But you chill. You take some time to chill. So I didn't get it today, so I've got to get it in another day this week, and I will. I'll get it in another day this week. Not tomorrow, but I will get it in another day this week. I got a good quote from Simon tonight, and it's really Self-Care Sunday-ish. Oh, actually, we haven't done trivia yet this week. Well, Adele's not here tonight yet. Adele's not here, so I can't do trivia without Adele. I can't have Friday night trivia without Adele here. Our quote from Simon tonight: remember to connect with people now and then. In fact, pick up the phone right now and call a friend for no other reason than to say hi. Pick up the phone and connect with real people. Don't text. Talk. 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 I love to talk. I talk to so many people. I talked to a bunch today. It is so important. And I get Sibling Sunday with 2 out of 3 of my siblings. I always connect with my siblings once a week. Every Saturday or Sunday at least. I make sure I touch base with them so that I know how they are doing. So I check in with them. It is so important you do that each and every week. Each and every week that you connect. And do that for yourself. It is good for them. It is good for you. It is good for everybody. It really is. So I got 2 things for you tonight. I got two things for you tonight as we kick off this week. One is economics, and well, they're both. I'm going to relate both to business because that's what I do. So, if you follow the news media, which you should limit what you follow of the news media, although I did catch a little bit of GMA this morning, and I caught a little bit of, I watched this week with George Stephanopoulos, which wasn't with George, but to hear Anthony Fauci today. But, one of the narratives in the news media is that the Delta variant is putting a pause on the economy. It is putting a pause on the economy. It's slowing the economy down. And that is, there are pockets of that in this economy. There are minor pockets of that in this economy. Typically when in your area, okay, so the pockets can happen anywhere. And it's when in your area there's a spike and, either a school closes down or something happens. But like you just said, Julie, it was going strong in Vegas. There's no worries in Vegas. The money was flowing deep. And we had a person today. Cassandra and Rebecca were in Philly, and I didn't realize the hotel that I booked them into. I booked them based on the best hotel to what they were doing. And so I had them in this hotel for the last few days. And I didn't realize that today was the first Eagles football home game in 2 years. And they were playing the 49ers today. But it was their first home game in 2 years. So because of the pandemic. Let me rephrase that. First home game that fans were allowed to attend. And this was the hotel to stay at. Okay. And this was not a cheap hotel. This was I knew that it was more expensive their last night there and everything. But I got our Hilton discount and other stuff. And it was close to where they needed to be. So that's why I booked it. It was really irrelevant to the price. But I mean, the amount of money local people that were all staying at this hotel since Friday, okay, and getting ready for it. And I mean, the hundreds and hundreds of people that flew in to catch the 49ers, okay, that flew in from California. Okay, hundreds and hundreds of people. And they were staying at this hotel, which was not, this hotel was now packed and was not cheap. And you had fans everywhere, okay, for both teams. And they each had their own group meetups and the unplanned meetups in the elevator or in the coffee line in the hotel at the hotel Starbucks, and bakery. There was a coffee and bakery in the hotel. and they were dropping some serious cash. And one of the guys got called out in line at the coffee shop. He's like, "Why are you buying all these baked goods and everything? Aren't you going to eat at the stadium?" And the guy's like, "I'm not giving them Eagles 1 penny. I'm not giving that stadium 1 penny. I didn't buy my tickets from them. I didn't. I'm not buying a beer, a food, anything from them." And they were serious. They were spending, unbelievable amounts of money there. You're right. Football fans drop a lot of money. And even they were throwing smack amongst themselves, and because a lot of the California people are all on the same flight tomorrow morning back. And, one guy, "I'll see you on the flight. I'll come back and see you on the flight." And he's like, "Well, how do you know I'm in the back of the plane?" The guy's like, "I'm in the front. So I don't know I know you're behind me." So you're flying first class out here for that. But they dropping serious money, which is great for the economy. It's great for people. It's great to see people socializing, but that's the other side of this. So you have the whole economic effects of this. So you have the whole economic side, okay, where both sides were dropping buku money. This hotel was thrilled to have all the people. They were doing a great job. It was a DoubleTree. They were doing a great job with everybody, and in downtown Philly. And which was wonderful. But that's the other thing, Kitty, is that you had these two opposing views of the world. Okay, and really you have East Coast, West Coast here. You have the California view of football and who should be winning, and you have the East Coast. You have the Eagles there, and they could all talk smack. Okay, but they could sit there and have a beer and talk smack and talk about how my player's better than your player, and your player couldn't win in fantasy land. They could sit there and talk smack, and they could talk and be civil to each other. Okay, so you had incredible economic impact. You didn't have the disparity. The news media would be like, if the news media was writing a story about this, they would write how mean the California team visitors were to everybody in Philly. But these people were all having a good time. Okay, yeah, they had their different. Yes, I heard the San Francisco fans went home happy, but. And they're there at that hotel. They're all there at the hotel again tonight, because they all did that at that hotel to be safe, to be able to drink. But they can all sit there and talk smack, okay, be from completely opposing views. Literally, they oppose each other. Their teams fight. Their teams play it out on the field, okay? And like their teams do at the end, where they can go up and shake the other opponent's hand and then give their opponents a hug and talk about it, okay? After laying it out there on the field, these people laid it out there, talked the smack all through the hotel. The hotel was outrageously loud. I wasn't even there, and I could feel like I could hear it. But all that was going on, and so, but you had this event that brought all these different people together, okay, that have very different views, and they all could get along. They could all not fight. They could be on the elevators. They could be in the bar. They could be everywhere in the hotel and not fight. And that is a wonderful thing. That is part of our American society. That is part of the greatness of the American people and the American spirit, okay, of how we do come together, how we don't, let things tear us apart, how we can talk smack, okay, but come together and really be together as a group of people. And so that whole experience in that still exists. Again, don't listen to an hour of the news. Don't listen to the news all day. Negative sells. Negative sells. Okay? You need to listen to your heart. You need to listen to the person, the people that you are. Okay? You know, Vegas brings together all sorts of different people, completely opposite, polar opposite political views, are sitting there cheering each other on at the craps table. You were holders for the Rams. Yeah, I mean, yeah, ultimately, you know, for all the smack talking, there is a lot of positive come together energy. You can always find that lowest common denominator if you look for it. And that's what the news media does. They're out there looking for that lowest common denominator. They are looking for that negativity. They are looking for the bad. But there is the good in people. There is the good in people. You know, there are Eagles fans sending beers to San Francisco fans tonight, saying, "Yeah, you guys gave us a game." You know, there are Rams fans sending. I mean, they're San Francisco fans sending Eagles fans beers tonight, saying, "Hey, you know, we beat you, but we still love you." You know, I mean, there is that kind of energy, and that kind of America still exists today. You know, Julie saw it in Vegas where people were cheering, you know, for somebody else to throw crap. You know, you're cheering other people on, and if they were sitting across from each other, they could have diametrically opposed politics views, but we still come together. We still come together. And so that coming together, that non-headline, you won't see headlines about that. You will not see headlines about all these people come together. You won't see headlines of Julie Hill's Kitchen and the people next to her with completely opposite views, okay? You know, saying, "Ooh, what is that on your plate? You got that? That looks awesome. Is it awesome? Tell me about it." You won't see that in the news. That doesn't make the news. But that is real life. That is our country. And that is people out there spending. Everyone's friends in Vegas. But everyone is friends. We are neighbors. We are friends. You know, even in the market today, you know, I mean, you know, I'm reaching to this lady could not get, you know, she needed these lunch snacks that were all the way at the back. But, you know, then she got a tall guy walking right by. That's what I do. What's on the list? And I can reach things. That's what I'm good for. I'm good for something. I'm good for something. And I was there, you know, the universe put me there at the right time. At the right time to help her, you know, or to, you know, everybody for whatever reason left their carts in the middle of parking spaces today. So I was a cart guy for a little bit, you know, but that's the kind of world that we are in, that people will clear carts, that people will help other people, that people will talk smack, but we'll still have a beer with somebody, okay? And tell them better luck next time, you know? That is the kind of world we're in. That is what you embrace on Self-Care Sunday. That is what brings us together on Self-Care Sunday. That is how we bring a world together, okay? One beer, one football game, one trip to Vegas at a time, one trip to the supermarket where we're nice and we wait in line, you know? Yes, Rose, we love our Nards family, and we are in this together. We are moving forward together. We are doing it. We are doing it. And that is what is so exciting. We are so excited. And on their way back, Cassandra and Rebecca got me my own Lego minifigure. I got my own Neil in my pink shirt. Oh, hang on. I got a magic wand, too. I don't have a pink Lego doesn't have a pink calculator, but they got me a magic wand, a Lego for my Lego minifigure. I got my own Lego minifigure now. That is awesome. That is really cool. From the Lego flagship store, Rebecca and Cassandra navigated downtown Manhattan. They navigated Manhattan to go to the Lego flagship store in New York, and nobody believed that she was a Lego corporate employee until she put her badge down on the counter. Until she slapped her badge down and said, "No, I'm really somebody." Which was great. So that is the message. The world is coming together. The world can come together. The world is a magnificent place. Okay, yeah. Limit the news, people, and you will see all the wonder and beauty that this world has in store for you. If you open your eyes to it. So on Self Care Sunday, open your eyes to the wonder and beauty that is in the world. So coming up this week, I did, because I spent time at my desk today. What do we got coming up this week? We are going to talk about great customers and consigners. We're going to talk about being fat. We're going to talk about being fat. We're going to talk about, I'm going to finish up that other spreadsheet I promised you for the employee retention credit for 2021. And we'll probably get started on the folder checklist of what you should be keeping. Okay, I hope to get started on that this week, of everything that should be in your COVID folder, of all the paperwork that you should keep. Okay. We're going to do all of that. We're going to get going on all of that this week. That is what we are doing. You know what else we're doing? This video and everything we talk about. Goes over to narcs.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. All the files, the links, the videos, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, why don't you ring the bell? Ring that bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business. The butcher, the baker, the candlesticker. You can share it with some people that aren't in business. You can tell people in Vegas about it. At the football game, wherever you are, you can tell them about it. When you're visiting family, whatever, tell them. We're here to help everybody, even if they just need a moment of sunshine in their day. A moment of sunshine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Narcs private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this every night. Tonight we're on page 180. If you weren't here for our good morning, here it is. Good morning. Subways may be slow. Traffic may crawl to a halt. Still, you're on your way. You are not defined by the speed of your surroundings. Your mind is racing. You're on your way, damn it. Our good night tonight is good night. Days may be slow. You may face setbacks. Still, you're on your way. Your tempo is not dictated by your surroundings. Your heartbeat is your own. You're on your way. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. I don't know when we'll party again in person, but we will. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dessert.